So, who would win the last one for the week right now? And this one comes to us from Anthony Dahl, a longtime viewer of mine. Thanks, Anthony. And he asked who would win, Virgil or Sephiroth? Virgil from Devil May Cry and Sephiroth from Final Fantasy. Now, to get an idea, we don't know Virgil's actual height or dimensions, but we know Sephiroth is nearly just under 7 feet tall. Excuse me, that's the length of the sword, not the. No, I think he's seven. He's really tall. I know the sword is like 7 feet long. Now Virgil is calm, cooled, collected. He's actually an honorable warrior. He likes a fair fight. He does not use firearms, unlike Dante. He does not fight dirty, but he has enhanced physical abilities, basically on par with that of Dante. Who, if you know about Dante, he's capable of surviving super impalement, shot the bullet to the head. He's highly durable, high regenerative factor, physically strong enough to go, even in base form, just tackle demons larger than himself with no problem. Move at heightened speeds, heightened agility, heightened reflexes. He's got ergokinesis, which is basically the manipulation of demon energy, which can allow him to do demonic like energy attacks, things along those lines. His double trigger basically takes him into his demon form, which, assuming he's comparable still physically to Dante at that point, he can take on demons 100 feet tall with little effort. And, just basically destroy buildings with no problem whatsoever. He wields, he's a master of, I'm going to see if I can, Iai Jutsu, which is basically the quick draw style. Quick draw sword style, draw, sheath, draw again style. Master Sword's been in that style. I wrote this in a while because I was planning to do it a while ago and I never got to it. I'm kind of wondering what I meant by some of these comments. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring up his page right now, Virgil, because some of these I'm clearly missing. Virgil, Devil May Cry. There we go. I'm clearly missing something on here. But anyway, his main sword was Yamamoto, which has the ability to literally cut through dimensions, cut through space, which is not something one takes lightly. Basically means that there's nothing safe from his blade, more or less. Anything can be cut. Like if you're going against something that is supposedly indestructible, he can cut through that which is indestructible and no problem. That's not what I'm looking for. Virgil powers and abilities. There we go. So let's see now. Powers and abilities. Like his brother. Show Master Swordsman. We know this. Being corrupted. No Zeno injuries. A new enhancement. He can do advanced teleportation. So we got that going for him. Other than that, yeah, I guess he doesn't have a huge. We're not going with the Neo Angel because that was just a minor thing that went on in his life. Yes, but he was clearly defeated after a certain point. Even like Dante, he only takes so much damage, even if he is super durable. So yeah, highly skilled warrior, highly skilled combatant. Now, Sephiroth. Sephiroth is a very classic video game. He is like one of the definitive Final Fantasy villains. He, like I said, I believe he's like 6'11". I'm gonna go with that because that's how I wrote it. Wields a 7-foot long katana, or kodachi as it's called. Or called Muramasu. He is murderous, vengeful. He has a messiah complex. He is notoriously, unhinged. Nothing about it. He can do energy slash. He also has super strength, speed, durability. He's a master swordsman. Moves faster than the human eye can see. Can cut through metal. Can cancel out magic. Can fly, levitate. He can project illusions in opponents' minds. Manifests his sword at will. So basically, my sword. He can make multiple copies of himself through the Jehovah, which is some sort of alien. If I remember, it's something to do with extraterrestrials. Jehovah, and it can survive death limited. He can survive death a limited time, or has a higher ability to survive death. He has an ability called Supernova. It's an energy blast that has no elemental. Basically, it has no elemental powered, because elements are a big thing in Final Fantasy. There's no elemental thing to the supernova. Heartless Angel brings an opponent's HP down to 1. Oh, well, isn't that just dandy? Octaslash, 8 consecutive slashes. Meteor, Barrage and Meteor. Yeah, you can actually summon a meteor. Shadow Flare, an evil flare. He's got a lot of evil abilities, to like dark-based abilities to him. He's also capable of summoning a wing that allows him to fly, or just looks cool. And then give me another one, Sephiroth. There we go, Sephiroth. I'm just gonna get his page up real quick here too, just to make sure I didn't miss anything, because I know I'm gonna have the people say, "Dude, you need to research these better." It's like, look, I'm one guy. I'm doing the best research I can. Get off my back a little bit here. And besides, I'm just doing this for fun. So I'm not like Screw Attack, where I should really be doing my research. And sometimes even I'll admit I don't think Screw Attack does the best research in the world. A couple, like the Goku versus Superman fight, I'll still argue in favor of Goku a little bit. Simply for the fact that at that time and then they did the second one, at that time that we didn't know the full extent of Super Saiyan Blue's powers. So yeah, I take some issues with some of it. But anyway, let's see now. Just making sure I got all of Sephiroth's information and abilities down before I really go into this fight. And seriously, how hard is it to find the guy's abilities? I'm getting a lot of information on the guy, but information I don't need. I've already got the information. All right, let's see. Powers and abilities. Power. There we go. Sephiroth's power and abilities. All right, I'm gonna try this one last time, and if not, then yeah, we'll just have to move on then. And checking the last time. I mean, it talks about as a weapon, but that's about it. So where the hell did I get the information from the first time? That's the question. Okay. Oh, this must be where I got it from. Hold on. Because that looks like the information I actually wrote down. Let me see here. Content. Give me powers and abilities here. Abilities. There we go. Abilities. So, okay. Abilities. Sephiroth's existence is, and will is extremely powerful. Possesses human strength. Masters Master Sword. Yep. Okay, there we go. After the death of his physical body, immersed in the life stream and simulated Jehovah's enables him his will to persist. Essentially, he can kind of overcome death to his degree. Like, his control over Jehovah's cells, he can construct avatars of his likeness as well. Other Eldritch entities has enabled them a physical presence in the world of living and attain a sort of immortality. By extension, he can remotely control these things. If a human has sufficient high concentration of Jehovah's cells, Sephiroth can control their thoughts. His ability to project his will through avatars and puppets is limited, but is compounded by the subject's will or lack thereof. Other characters are augmented. He can cast magic without the need of materia, can fly, levitate, project illusions, so forth and so on, but while the ability to manifest avatars possessing organisms. So yes, this is where I got the information from. So when he's fighting, it's not necessarily always him. He has a limit to how much he can make like avatars himself, but he can do that. So without further ado, how does this fight break down? Well, I'd say the fight breaks down like this: that one way or another, they're going to come across Joe. Maybe, one second. Maybe Virgil sees him as like a competitor and whatnot, and Sephiroth just doesn't care. He sees Virgil as a cog in the machine that he doesn't care about. So their fight's going to take on. Now, who's the more skilled swordsman? Well, that's all depending on who you really. Their styles are very. I mean, both of these guys are quicker than the human eye, but only one of them's actually a demon with the speed, and strength and reflexes of a demon. Don't get me wrong. Sephiroth is extremely capable for a human with enhancements, but he's still just a human with enhancements. He's faster and stronger than a normal human, but he's still human. But that being said, their weapons are also very different. So I don't imagine Virgil would immediately use Yamamoto's ability. I think he'd want to test his opponent out first. And because of his style, the quick draw, he would immediately think he'd have the edge on Sephiroth. And for the minute, like the first few moments of the encounter, he might. But in a minute, Sephiroth is an experienced warrior. He's been around for God knows how long. Sephiroth's sword is also so long that Virgil needs to know how it needs to be able to keep distance and still be able to get a hit in. That's where he realizes he can't go close range with this fight. He's got to take it with his Yamamoto ability. But at first he'd probably maybe use an energy slash, and I'm sure Sephiroth would cut through it. Sephiroth would probably fire a couple of energy blasts like Nova, Supernova, or whatever, and fire energy attacks, magic attacks, and Virgil might get hit, but he'd be fine. So Sephiroth's like, it's like, you are entertaining me. Then Sephiroth's going to go in again, but he's going to find that his sword's been completely cut in half. And then he finds that he's been completely cut in half. And he's wondering, what the hell just happened? And then Yamamoto, and then Virgil just says, Yamamoto doesn't cut through just men. It cuts through space and time itself. And then just boo, boo, boo. And then Sephiroth's dead. However, and enters the other avatar. I'd imagine I can actually see Sephiroth maybe forming like, let's just say his limit's 5. So 3 more Sephiroths come forth, or another one pops off and gets the jump, takes off, say, Virgil's arm with Yamamoto, but Virgil immediately grabs the arm, grabs Yamamoto with his arm, and just swings it and basically takes the head off the other one that cut him, immediately reattaches his arm, just, and all of a sudden you see 3 more Sephiroths pop. I was like, I don't know how you're doing this, but you're starting to annoy me. He's like, you and us both. And then, the fight continues. Now, I do imagine that because Yamamoto's ability to cut through space is not something that Yamamoto can, or not something Sephiroth can block, as far as I know. Sephiroth's now going to be playing defensive, avoiding the strikes as best he can, and Virgil's going to be like, yeah, he's getting better. He's going to figure out my reaction time. I think he'll nail one of them. There's going to be 2 other ones. Remember, I said 4, so we're only done. I said 5, so we're only done 4 right now. And at that point, Virgil's just getting sick. So he goes in double trigger. He does his double trigger, goes into demon form, quickly takes these guys out real quick with Yamato, and then he thinks it's done. However, he gets that sneaky suspicion, and he barely blocks, but he kind of gets his. I think he gets his head cut off basically. I think Sephiroth comes in and just takes that. So I don't believe Dante or Virgil can survive decapitation. They can survive an impalement, they can survive a gunshot to the head, but I don't think decapitation's on the list of things they can survive. So, with that being said, I think Sephiroth, because of just his unique ability to survive the way he does, and probably having years more experience over Virgil, takes the win, but not by much, because really the key factor in this that gives Virgil such a close win, or could have tipped it in a scale had it not been for years more experience and unique ability to kind of not die, is the fact that his double trigger enhances him to such a degree. He has regeneration, and Yamato the ability to cut through space cannot be. I can never underplay that ability ever. The ability to cut through space is a devastating ability to have. But yeah, let me know if you think differently. If you do, that's cool. If I did get something wrong, I could already tell. I didn't. I really gotta figure out a way. I really gotta learn to write in more legible handwriting. But until then, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything I do on the channel, put in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, or technically it's today. No, actually, no. This one's for tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Birth of the Dragon. That's the one I'm going to see tomorrow. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I know it's bullshit. So, yeah. But thanks for watching.